The year is 1839. China, the Middle Kingdom, has stood for thousands of years as the world's largest economy, rich in silk, tea, and porcelain. But there's a problem. The British Empire is addicted to Chinese tea. Britain's demand for tea has skyrocketed, but China only accepts silver as payment. Desperate for a solution, British merchants introduce a new trade item: opium. For years, British traders flood China with opium from India, creating a devastating addiction crisis. The once mighty Qing Dynasty watches helplessly as millions of its citizens fall into the grip of the drug. Silver flows out of China instead of into it. The emperor's court is outraged. Something must be done. Enter Lin Zexu, a steadfast official appointed to end the opium trade. In 1839, he takes drastic action, ordering the destruction of over 400 tons of opium in Guangzhou. He writes a powerful letter to Queen Victoria questioning the morality of Britain's actions. But the letter is ignored. Instead, Britain sends its warships. The clash begins. The British Navy, armed with cutting-edge steamships and modern weaponry, devastates the poorly equipped Qing forces. Coastal cities fall one by one. The Chinese fight bravely, but their outdated weapons and tactics are no match for British firepower. With each battle, China's humiliation deepens. Then comes the Battle of Qingkang in 1842. The city is one of China's last strongholds. The British storm the city and the Qing defenders fight to the last man. Thousands perish, and the Yangtze River becomes a graveyard of bodies. China has no choice but to surrender. In 1842, China is forced to sign the humiliating Treaty of Nanjing. Britain gains control of Hong Kong, secures new trade ports, and is granted extraterritorial rights. British citizens in China no longer have to obey Chinese laws. For the first time in history, China is at the mercy of a foreign power. The Second Opium War, 1856 to 1860, but the nightmare is far from over. A decade later, tensions flare again. China tries to resist British and French demands for more trade privileges. This leads to the Second Opium War. This time, France joins Britain, and together, they launch an even deadlier campaign. In 1858, the British and French capture Tianjin, forcing China to sign another treaty. But the Qing court resists ratifying it, hoping to turn the tide. They make one final, desperate stand. The emperor's forces launch a surprise counterattack, briefly repelling the invaders, but it only delays the inevitable. In 1860, British and French troops march on Beijing. The Qing government collapses in panic. In a shocking move, foreign troops storm the Summer Palace, a symbol of China's imperial might, and burn it to the ground. Priceless artifacts are looted, and centuries of history go up in flames. It is a brutal message. China is broken. The Qing Dynasty, shattered and defeated, surrenders once more. What do you think? Were the Opium Wars inevitable, or could China have resisted differently? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical deep dives.